At One of One World, Sebastian, we tend to focus on very limited edition pieces. What do you have in your collection at the moment that you'd consider super exclusive?
Oh, I mean, the entire brand is extremely exclusive, as we do all our movements in-house in very small quantities. In general, we do only 6 to 800 watches a year, so we are a fully integrated manufacturer with 140 people. One of our masterpieces, limited to just 28 pieces, are our Constant Force Tourbillon, which is unique by its new Constant Force. In addition to a tourbillon, the layout is very typical for what Arnold & Son stands for. It's fully symmetrical.
Yep.
It is very unique for us. It has a lot of depth. You have skeletonization to see through the tourbillon, the Constant Force, and it really displays all the technical capabilities we do have in-house.
Fantastic. Do you look at these extremely limited edition pieces as being consumer-based products or something that reflects your brand's artistry and craftsmanship?
Oh, it's clearly me. We're much closer to the world of art and kinetic art. We do sculptures for the wrist.
Yes.
With the highest level of finishing, we're really targeting the elite of collectors. So we are really very close to the art world and not to mass consumer. I mean, all the watches you see here are all limited to 28 pieces maximum. Wow. So it shows that how exclusive they are.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you have any limitations or obstacles when producing such limited edition pieces?
I mean, the difficulty is always that we do mechanical watches, meaning they are supposed to be beautiful and functional. And as we do for each new watch, a new movement, it needs a few years of development. And I think every single watch is a challenge in its own by having developed a fully new movement for just 28 pieces. When we take another example with the UTT skeleton, for instance, which is the slimmest skeleton tourbillon on the market right now, it's not just a limited edition with a new dial or new hands color. It's a new limited edition by a new movement.
Yeah.
So it's not changing a dial color or a color of a hand. It's something easy. But developing for a new watch, a new limited edition, new movement is a huge investment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this makes the watch really unique.
Beautiful. And what are your views on the state of the high-end watchmaking market at the moment?
I mean, the market in general, I think, is a bit difficult for different reasons, economics, from prices. But I strongly believe that on the long run, and the interest on watches is just always increasing. Mm-hmm. But on a short-term period, you have uncertainties, political ones, you have the American election, you have wars in quite a few countries. And again, and also you have a lot of good watches on the market, so it makes more and more difficult to bring also new exciting pieces to keep people excited. And also the know-how, the knowledge of consumers and collectors especially grows every year. So I think it's good for the industry because it pushes, we have to push our limits, we have to be more creative than ever, to offer more exclusivity. And I think it might be tough times, but for collectors and for the industry, it's also good times.
And what are your views on the state of independent brands in such a rapidly evolving market? I guess we touched on it a little bit in the last question.
Independent brands have always played a crucial role in being always on the forefront of innovation, daring things which bigger brands cannot or will not because they have to sell volumes. We do the watches we love.
Yeah.
We make no market studies. We make watches from watch lovers and addressing watch lovers.
Watch lovers, yeah. On the topic of progression, would you agree that the realm of social media marketing has provided sort of many niche and well-established brands the ability to connect with the consumers? Are you currently using those avenues, such as Instagram and Facebook?
Instagram, we have around 182,000 followers, so we have a huge progress. So we touch really a worldwide fan base.
Yeah.
People knowing the codes, knowing what to make our product unique. It allows us to display on a daily basis our workshops, the craftsmanship, so we can both show the product but also behind the scene. It's a pleasure to share your passion.
I was going to say, producing such limited edition watches, that'd be very important, having people connect with the brand and identify with yourselves to be able to see what happens day to day.
And even to tell you, big collectors nowadays, that means they discuss with you the special piece they want, the unique piece, but in addition they want to see how it is made, they want to see the drawings, they want to see the craftsmanship, starting the engraving, the painting, and as you know, it's all the modern means, we can post it, we can film it. Obviously when it's a unique piece, it's not posted because someone is private, but still, it's amazing. It allows us really to show the world how it's done.
Fantastic. And that was going to bring me to another question. which was, do you think that the independent manufacturers can survive another quartz crisis? But this time, the Cobra being smartwatches and wearables.
Yeah, I think we sell something very totally different. First of all, we are connected to our history and not to any electronic device.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, being connected to their history, to memories, a watch given 20 or 30 years ago is as if not more important than knowing your actual heartbeat right now. So we are in a very different business.
Yeah.
So everybody has its place and everybody has its raison d'être. And
Yeah.
has a good reason to exist. The more you get devices which are meant to be thrown away, the more people get interested in lasting values. Watches will withstand the test of time,
Yeah.
and because you will never get attached to the electronic device because you know you will exchange it in 1 year. And with these watches, you know that they will be there forever.
They're timeless.
They're timeless, and last but not least, you can only die once, technologically speaking. So we have been overhauled, technologically
Yeah.
speaking, 40 years ago. So everything which comes afterward, no matter how good the electronic watch will ever be,
Yeah.
you will never have the emotional feeling of something fully mechanically and
The personal feeling to
absolutely,
it.
yeah.
Fantastic. All right, well, thank you very much for your
Pleasure.
time.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.